Good morning, everyone. Or to the three that are in the chat: Flavia, Blitz, Paco, Madman. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome again to some of you to my channel. Some of you have not watched me yet. If you haven't, I am Art Walker and I am going to teach you guys how to draw using 2-point perspective. I did one before on 1 point. And if you haven't seen that, you can find that on my YouTube channel. That's simply called Art Walker as well. So today we're going to study some 2-point. All I ask you to do is hit the like button because I do this for free. And it will help me to encourage me to keep my channel going. Just simply share with your friends, repost and so on. And hit the like button. As you know, we're working in a system of algorithms, so I need you to support me as I'm supporting you. The reason I do this for free is because I want to encourage everyone, irrelevant of where you come from, to learn to draw. And I mean the most basic form, pen and paper, zero technology. So thank you to all that are currently joining me. So I'm going to take you through what I know with regards to 2-point. So what I would ask you also to do is grab a pen and paper yourself and please practice at the same time. It's very important. So you can learn also and then you can ask questions. This live stream is only going to be for around half an hour, right? So we're going to have to move pretty quickly. So as you can see, I've got some examples here, right? Pretty scrappy examples, but you don't need much more, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight a few things that you just have to be aware of, right? So as you know, it's called 2-point perspective, right? So that means we have 1, 2 focal points, right? So if I highlight these in blue, so these are 2 points, right? As again here, I add my 2 points, right? This is a 3-point. So I'm not going to show you, I shouldn't be showing you that one actually, because that's a 3-point. Then we've got, again here, 2 points, right? So everything that we draw from now has to start from our 2 points. So basically, if this is VP, vanishing point 1, whoops, VP1, right? So that's called vanishing point 1, and that's vanishing point 2. Right here, what I'm drawing here is our horizon line. This is our horizon line. So that's where the sun would rise and set, basically, like so. So your vanishing points are always on your horizon line, right? And then everything that we draw stems from these vanishing points. Very important. And thank you very, very much for the shares, VN, and for the follows already. Thank you very much. Vika, thank you again. So what does that look like? What am I talking about basically? Usually when you draw a perspective, you can use a ruler, right? So if you really want to do it properly, you can use a ruler, you can use a set square and so on. For speed purposes, I'll just freestyle it just for the live stream. The horizon line, we draw simply like, I'm going to draw the horizon line in blue. Oh no, in fact, let me draw it in green. Let's do it in green, representing Earth, Mother Earth. So this is my horizon line, right? And as you can see, I've marked out 2 points, right? So let's start horizon line. So you know exactly what I mean. So it's green. The green is the horizon line. So now we've got vanishing point 1. By the way, how many vanishing points do we need? How many vanishing points do we need? Just a quick question to see if everyone's awake. It's my camera a little bit low. Thank you, Love Animation. Perfect. So we got vanishing point 2. All right, so we got 2 vanishing points, right? So every line that we draw has to stem. No, not 4 Blitz. We're not that far yet. Don't worry, maybe you mistakenly typed the wrong number. So let's imagine I'm going to draw a line from here to here. I want to draw a simple box, all right? So everything stems from our vanishing point, which is this corner here. Or if you want to do, you can actually do a point. It's up to you. So everything I draw in red is going to be a guideline, all right? So it's a guideline. So simply draw a line like so, and line like so. So if anyone's drawing it, let me know if you're drawing it, and then I'll give you a moment. So these two lines represent a surface area, all right? You have to think, we're starting to go into the realms of three-dimensional artwork. So this is a surface area, like a corner of something, right? Imagine this is the corner of something. I'm going to draw two more lines. From where do I draw my lines? Just a quick question, just testing. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so, because you'll find loads of videos on drawing the human body, hands, the human head, the eyes, and so on. So where do I draw from? Same as the bottom. VPs, that's exactly what I do. VPs. See, now we've got a surface. We've got a box here. You see that? And as the box goes away, imagine that's a carpet. So because of the distance that the carpet is going in, and it's going into perspective, into the distance, it's slightly getting smaller. It's like looking at a plane from afar. It looks really small. Now, if we imagine we're just drawing a simple box, right? Every line that we draw from here must go directly vertically, orthogonal, in this direction. These are the only lines that we do not draw from the vanishing point. However, now we go back to here, vanishing point to this point. Back to here to this vanishing point. Orthogonal lines or vertical lines, we draw exactly how we require them, and that is simply like so. These are the only lines that we don't refer to the vanishing point. So now we have two sides of a box. Can you see that? We have two sides of a box. I want to close this box up. So I'm going from VP1 to this corner here. And I'll go from VP2 to this corner here. And now we have a pretty cool, hopefully, hopefully we have a pretty cool looking box receding into the distance. And as I said, you would use a ruler, not like me. I'm just doing it really quickly just to show you. That's how we work with 2-point perspective. Nice. Love animation, likes it. So if you like what you see, please hit the like button and share. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube, that would help me a lot, because I don't get paid anything from TikTok. So that would be nice. Keep me happy if you don't mind, and I'll try and keep you guys happy with these free tutorials. So, anyone got any questions about that? I'll wait a moment if anyone's got any questions. I'm just going to give you guys a few seconds to write something down. And in fact, what I will do here, I will start another one. Green, yeah, that's good. Let's go one. I'm going to do a cut. Has anyone got any questions? I'm just going to wait, but if not, I will keep soldering on. I'm going to try and keep the color scheme the same. And I'll explain another variation on, on vanishing point and perspective. You're welcome, Sarah. You're more than welcome. Simply share, Sarah. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. And follow me on YouTube. That's the one that would help me the most to build my YouTube community. Thank you very much. So, as you can see here, all right, we are looking at an object or a box, and we can see some of the top, all right? So you have to imagine if we have these guidelines and we twist them like that, this box will we'll gradually see less of the top and more of the bottom. That's good. Thank you. 15. I'm trying to, this is why I do it. I do this for free, mate. I really do this for free. So, and I really like helping people because I didn't go to art college, even though I've got quite a strong portfolio. I haven't got anything with me here, but I did study design in London, and I'm quite a good illustrator. You can see that on my feed. But anyway, this is why I do it for nothing. Connect to X in the middle. Not sure what you mean. Wait, do you have to... Yes, I think I know what you mean. These red lines are the guidelines to help us. So like I was saying, if we've got a box here, and if you imagine if you tilt a box like this, you'll see gradually less of the top and less of the bottom, right? So it's like on an axis. So like you said, we are going to draw a box, an X here. However, this X here is low. Now we're going to draw our X higher on our horizon line, right? So let's go higher. You see that? Is that the X that you mean? I think that's the X that you mean. So now we're going to go higher. Always working from our vanishing points, right? Anything vertical has nothing to do with the vanishing point. And look now, I'm just going to quickly continue this. And now, because of the axis, we no longer see the top of our building, for example, or our box. Let's just say our box. Because before we were looking from, excuse me, I have to watch the camera. We were looking higher from a higher position. Before we were looking from a higher position, we could see the top. Now, if we were in another building and we went downstairs, we're standing at a lower position, and now we don't see the rooftop or this surface here. You get it? This axis, you tilt it. All right? Thank you for the shares. And if you've got any questions, just ask me. So like what I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually, or in fact, I'm going to ask a question. Oh, really? Is this tutorial? No, it's not supposed to be. Is it? Is it that relaxing? Oh, that is really nice, Eduardo. Or is it really boring? Is that what you're trying to say? Eduardo doesn't like my tutorial. Right, so that's it. I'm going to be finishing up that. No, I'm joking. So if I add my guidelines above the horizon line. Thank you, Eduardo. If I add my guidelines above the horizon line, what do we see? Do we see the top, the middle, or the bottom of our box? What do we see? I'm just checking to see if you guys are awake, because I'm trying to be awake. It's quite early for me as well. Brilliant. Naila. I think I got it. I think I got your name right this time. Naila. Tell me, just say yes, please. If you see the bottom, not the middle, the bottom. And I did get it right? That's it. Oh, thank God for that. Oh, that's been keeping me up for weeks. And Silent J. It's Silent J. That's all I have to remember. So, we see the bottom, right? So, the red lines are our guidelines. So, we simply draw this X again. like, I think it was that said it. Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. See? Vertical are not affected by the vanishing points. We're always working from our vanishing point. So if we've established this corner here, right here. So now we can establish the other corners here and here. So let's just say from here to here, corner, from here to here, corner. Orthogonal or vertical lines go up like so. Horizontal lines are affected by vanishing points. Straight ones, not like mine, bent ones here, but never mind. And there you go. Now we have our box, and we are now viewing it from underneath. I know, it's so bad. It's so terrible. It's terrible. Oh, it's not. I'm never, I'm never gonna get it. Oh, there you go. I'm never gonna get it. Mind blown. Is it? Andy, long time no see. I haven't seen Andy for a long time. Thank you very much for the kind gifts. It's like a floating building. Isn't that cool? Right? That is cool. I find perspective really fascinating. So now we can take this. I'm going to take these to the next level, right? So why not? Let's add. Has anyone got any questions, by the way? Excuse me. Before I get excited and forget to ask if anyone's got any questions. And if you like what you see, please hit the like button. That's all I ask. Perspective is cool. It's like anatomy. I like anatomy and perspective. I think are cool. Just give you guys a moment. Right. Okay. So let's keep going anyway. So look at what I'm going to do. Okay. What time do you usually... I'm a bit of a free spirit, to be honest. I just go online when I want to. If I get bored, I'll do 3 in a day. Sometimes I just do 1, or sometimes not at all. I don't really schedule it. I know I should, but I just don't want to. Because as I say, I don't really get paid for this, so I don't want to commit myself too much. I've been doing it myself, Grow Thoughts. I've been doing it myself, but they're all unedited. I actually blame. I actually post them unedited on YouTube. Yeah, that's why I'm a free spirit when it comes to these lives now. Right, good question. Say for example, let's go. We're going to work on these images here, right? If you imagine you were drawing with a pencil, you would actually rub out all of these guidelines, right? So that's how you would do it. However, I just find for viewing purposes, working with the pen, I can use different colors and you can identify things very easily. So say for example, if I want to place a box on top of this box, but there's a slight distance between it, I want the distance to be, let's say 0.5 centimeter roughly, or 1 centimeter. So we're going vertically from here. I'm placing a point here. I've already got one guideline here. I'm going to establish the side here. So, like so. So we've got a separate corner of a box here. I want it to be here, the second corner and the third corner. As I said, verticals do not get affected by vanishing points. As such, we simply draw them like so. Obviously, we have to connect to the vanishing point now to establish this angle here as it goes into the distance. Then we go upwards. The same here. We need to establish the height here. So we go back to our vanishing point. And then we have, again, a box on top of another box. See, we can still see just slightly the top here. So we go vanishing point, connect to this corner, vanishing point, connect to this corner. And then we can just see the top of that box. Hello, everyone. Hello to you. I'm always drawing. Eduardo, you just do not know how much I'm drawing, mate. You have no idea. I can't even find anything. I haven't got anything with me. But if you like what you see, here's one drawing. That's how I draw normally. If I draw like that normally. And if you haven't seen some of my tutorials, you will find there are many like this, like that. I'm just grabbing some random images here, like so, and like so. So there you can see what I do. I'm not doing the fisheye today. I'm not doing that one today. I'm sticking to 1 and 2 point perspective. Just 1 and 2 point. Because I don't mix the lives anymore. I used to do that, but it doesn't really work out in my favor. New here, an art student in college. This helps a lot. I'm struggling with perspective. Good, Lucas. And if you like, as I said, if you like anatomy tutorials, you can find tons on my YouTube. Head drawing, hand and eye drawing, just some random cool steampunk girl, photocopy by the way, but hand drawing. I do a lot of tutorials on eyes and so on. So if you like that kind of stuff, you're in the right place and you will pass your college exam 100%. I'm going to do 3 point in a different video. I'll do 3 point in a different video because I'm not finished here yet. So now let's keep going. Let's not digress. So look at this. I'm going to combine this box here with another box underneath. Same principle, always working with my vanishing points. Corner to corner. Verticals are not affected by vanishing points as such. And now we have a 3D environment where you can see one box pretty much not on top of another, but over another, like so. This is where it starts to get cool. Oh, thank you, Sarah. And thank you very much to anyone that is subscribed to my YouTube channel. That is probably the only way I'm going to get paid for this. Because when I do lives, if people don't give me gifts, I earn like 1 pence for 3 days. I earn like 1 pence every 3 days. So I'm certainly not doing this for the money. So thank you to all that are supporting me in that sense. That is much appreciated. So there you go. Look at that. We've got a cool example of 2 boxes over each other. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another one in the middle here. So let's just go like so. I'm going to add my vanishing points. Or work from there, excuse me, like so. And then I'm going to add some vertical lines. And now we have simply combined a stack of floating boxes. Isn't that lovely? Sarah's happy. Sarah's happy. I mean, perspective, mate. You can do so many cool things with perspective. 2 point is brilliant. I don't. There's no real rule as to how you determine the vanishing points, but never have them close together, because if I have a VP here and here, it just gives me a tiny space to work in. So some people actually draw the vanishing points off the paper. They have them literally off the paper, depending on what view you want. So that's important. That's a very good question, actually. Some people like these, if I put them off the paper, I can draw something bigger in the middle. Do you understand what I mean? Because my vanishing points are off the paper. Let me show you quickly an example. If this is a piece of paper, right, an A4, a really badly drawn piece of paper, and then I draw my vanishing points off the paper here, or I mark them off the paper, I've got a massive view of something. Do you see what I'm saying? If I was to do it the other way around, and I drew the same view of something on the paper, it would be smaller. The same object, for example, would be simply smaller. But here we've got a really zoomed in version of that same object. Do you understand what I mean? Will there always be... I'm not sure if I understand what you mean. However, here everything is on the same plane, but it's at a different angle. Do you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? It's like everything's on the same plane, and the same plane, if I'm not mistaken, is your horizon line. So the floor surface is always the same. However, the axis of the object is different. I think that should be explaining what you mean. This is amazing. Oh, thank you, Holy Bee. That is really nice. Appreciate that. And if you like what you see, please hit the like button. Yes, you could say that they are, but they have to be far apart. I've never used them very, very close together. You see, like here, I've drawn a series of boxes here. You see? And then here, because vanishing points are vanishing, they are very far away. Good. These ones I haven't determined the length and width. There is a way to measure. For example, if you want to draw a building with a specific distance, there is a way, but I have to check that myself, if I'm honest. I have to check that because that is quite complicated. I think it's something to do with, you draw a line, I don't really know. You draw a line down here, a vertical line down here, you measure it in centimeters, and then you project the lines. Then it's not arbitrary. That's where you have vanishing points gradually getting smaller because of the accurate measuring points here connecting to the vanishing points here, and then it gradually get smaller. But I don't want to show you that yet because I'm not 100%. I haven't done that for a very long time, but I will do that. In fact, I'm going to make a note of that. I'm going to accurate, because accurate lines. Yeah, and I know there's something to do with a vertical line there, but I'll show you. I'll work that one out for you. But that's a little bit tricky, even for me. Well, I've done it before, but I haven't used it for a very long time. That's the unfortunate thing. Perspective geometry. Yeah, there is. Yes, there is. But I don't remember it at the moment, if I'm honest. And I'd rather not show you and fumble my way through it. So what's this one? So what about a 2 point perspective, but with 1 point closer to the middle? Well, that works because obviously if you have now you're going in a slightly different direction because you can have more than one vanishing point. You know, there are very very many. So say for example, you have to be careful where you go with these because it starts to get complicated very very fast. If I have 1, 2, 3, and then I'm working from 1 and 2. Let me see, guys. Oops, I need to do this a little bit more accurately. Oh, I think I've messed it up already. Hold on, sorry. I'll try and recover this. So, let me just tidy that up a bit. Sorry about that. So here, I've drawn a box using 1 and 2. There are multiples. You can use multiples. I've never used it where you work from 3 and 1, for example. Work again from 1. And this is when it starts to get a little bit more. What's that guy's name? I think his name is Kim Jong, I think. He uses a lot of multiple perspective points. This is not where we need to go yet. I think we need to stick to this. And say, for example, here, if we wanted, like I drew here, you can actually draw a cityscape, for example. You can draw a street. This could be a street here. And this is your main building. You know, this is where you could have something like that as a 3D model, right? You could add, for example, here, an opening in the box here. You don't have to draw boxes. You can draw like, let's do something else. You can do an art piece where you simply VP1, VP2. I'm just going to draw something quickly. So now I want random plates, let's just say I want random plates. So I'm just staying within my guidelines and I'm just drawing some random plates here. And they gradually get smaller, which is the cool part. And then they get tiny here, right? So it just depends on what you want to illustrate. I'm going to lengthen that one. And then make it really smaller one here. Do you see what I mean? So now we've got this labyrinth of different rectangles gradually going in the distance and so on. Or you could actually turn those into rectangles with a thickness, for example. And then we now have random boxes with a slight thickness, and it looks quite artistic as well, you know. So I'm just doing it really quickly. So, and then you could probably even play around with different colors, and definitely shading would be quite cool. Like if I was to shade these areas that are neglected of light, you could draw something quite cool with that. Like so. Like so. Exactly, they look like windows. Good. So, that was pretty much it. Unless anyone's got any questions. In what scenario? Hold on. Okay, we've got a few questions. Hold on, let me just. In what scenario? Tilt the horizon line. Well, I've never really done that. But if, let's say, why not? That is a really good question, Sarah. I like that. So let's tilt the horizon line. I've never done that. So I could just fall on my face because of you. But that is really interesting. So let's go VP1, VP2. So I've tilted my horizon line. And I'm going to see what effect it has on this artwork here. And I don't think it's going to be anything. Obviously, you know what it is? We're just tilting the horizon on its axis, really. So it's like, I don't know if you've used the 3D package, but it's like a three-dimensional world that you tip. And that's basically what we're doing. So it is interesting, though, actually. I like that. Never done that. And I like things like that. When I pick up something from the live, there you go. It's basically given us the ability to draw a box rotated, because we've rotated our horizon line. Never done that before. What I imagine would be quite cool would be to have. Oh, now we're getting deeper. Now we're getting deeper. Where we have. This is the thing. I say I'm only going to do half an hour and then I do more. Where we do a different horizon line. Hold on, I'm a bit lost myself now. So this is VP 1 and 2. And then we go up here, up here, up here. And then down here. This is a little bit more complicated. I wouldn't recommend straight away, but that's Sarah's fault. That's Sarah's fault. If everyone's getting stressed out now, you don't need to know this. This is Sarah's fault. So, see, now we've got, I don't know if it works, but I'm sure you could add different vanishing points for different things, and you could create something quite cool, actually. But it's a lot of processing, I think. Oh, I'm happy, Hollybee. Thank you for the subscription to everyone that has. Yes, I haven't covered action scenes with regards to perspective. I might have to do that in another live stream, because it can become too much. It can become too much. Was there more you were hoping to share with us? No, this is all for today. This is all when it comes to 2-point perspective, because I don't want to go too far too fast. The tilt helped. Good. A spaceship you can draw like that. Exactly. The front and the wings. Yeah. I'll probably be live today twice. And if you're not subscribed to my Discord, you can, and then you will be informed as to when I'm online. And as I said, if you like any kind of tutorial, drawing hands, faces, skeletons, understanding the human body, different types of eyes. These are examples of, I think I did this one 2 days ago, talking about different shape heads and how you can draw different shape heads. And you can see how I break it down. So that will help. And like I said, if you like any anatomy stuff, how to draw anatomy, this is my style of work as well. I do also some manga stuff. I haven't got anything here, unfortunately. Let me just check quickly. What's that here? Just check if I've got anything stray hanging around. Yeah, not much. I do talk a little bit about shading, how you can use pencils to shade and so on. And as this young lady's popped up again. Oh yeah, here we go. There's a couple. And so on. So if you like that kind of stuff, you're in the right place. I have no schedule. I just actually draw whatever I feel like. So unfortunately, it's a bit of a mixed bag when you join my live streams. You never know what you're going to get. So, good. My Discord is actually on my TikTok bio. It's all there, and it's Art Walker. And my YouTube is also there. Good. So we are running over slightly. Thank you very, very much for your time. Thank you. This is an awesome account. I try to keep it that way. I need your support, actually. So if you've watched this and you found it really good, please follow. I need your support to keep me going. There's nothing worse than, doing a live stream and you're not being supported, but you're trying to support. Nothing worse than that, I think. So I am going to say thank you very much for all of your kind comments, your kind gifts, and I wish you all a lovely day. My son's drawn too. Oh, good. We are all learning. Remember that. We are all learning, and with me, you see, I do things live, right? I do a lot of things live, and I don't mind if I make mistakes, because making mistakes is all part of learning to draw. That's the key factor. Nice to see you, Deji. And then Naila, nice to see you. I'm nervous every time I say your name. That is really weird, but never mind. Take care. See you later. Might see you in about an hour or so. I'm getting bored already. No, I might do it. In an hour, I might be on again. Not sure what I'm going to do, but I might be on in an hour or so. So if you want another tutorial today, check me out in around an hour. Take care. Bye-bye. See ya.